everybody, Nick Miller here from MiniQuadClub.com, and I'm here today to review some cases from MicroRaptorCases.com. The Microraptor has been out for a while actually now, and has been making some really great cases. This hard case is actually a waterproof airtight case, similar to like a Pelican case you'd find, with a lot of other pretty great features. So I'm going to kind of walk through this. And I also have another case of theirs to review as well, which I'll be talking about too later in this review, which is actually the Microraptor backpack. Now you might be asking yourself, Nick, these cases look great, but they look humongous. What's all in there? Well, here you go. Yeah, I know some of you guys might be saying, what the f***? That is not a mini quad, and I'm here to say that you are right. That is a Phantom 3 Professional. It is my Phantom 3 Professional, and I have no shame in that. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to review this case was, one, obviously I have a Phantom 3, and this case is fantastic for it, and we'll go over that a little bit, but these Microraptors getting into the mini quad case game right now, and they have a couple cases already that are being developed to fit some popular models. I think that there's one out there being made for the Zool, I believe. There's one out there being made for QAVs, Blackouts. I think there's a couple different cases with different inserts that fit mini quads. So again, this is not the exact inside fill part for a mini quad particularly, but what I will say is that this is a good example of one of their cases. So let's shut this for a second and talk about some external features. So you can hear those two loud clicks, and those two loud clicks come from these really great clips to shut it. They have locks that can be turned, and so when they're turned, it keeps them locked. When you turn them like this, you can unlock them. You can see when you open the right side, there's an actual O-ring. This is part of the airtight seal. When you shut that, that's what releases the pressure, so you can actually take the lid off, and that's how you open her up. Now, another cool feature about this case, other than having a great side handle here, wheels on the bottom, and a great top handle here, is that you have a quick release to an actual handle. Let me see if I can get you an angle on that. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. You have a handle that extends, and you can see my mess, but a handle that extends all the way back, so you can actually pull it behind you like a suitcase. And speaking of pulling it behind you, let me also say that this is actually the exact size that most, if not all, airlines will let you use as a carry-on and put up in your luggage space, up in the ship, or a ship, yeah, up in the plane. I wish it was a ship, right? Space. So very cool features on the outside. Airtight, watertight, very secure. Let's talk about some of the inside features. And again, like I said, there's cases that they make for the mini quad, so don't let the Phantom turn you off. So let me pull the Phantom out of here. Really impressive cuts to the foam. I mean, perfect fit for the Phantom 3, and I'm sure that it would be a perfect fit when you buy a mini quad one. Really great cutouts for the power. You can see like the DJI power adapter, for those of you unfamiliar, has this kind of annoying plug that doesn't come out, that just sits there at this weird angle. So the cool part is you can take this block that they send you and actually slide it in there, and the slot is cut just for that, and you can take your power cord for your charger. I happen to have the 100-watt charger because I have the Pro Phantom 3. It slides right in there like that. So again, perfectly cut slot. This is a really cool feature, and let me pull this out of here. So with every one of their cases, they send these containers. This is, as you can see, hydrosorbent 40-gram silicate gel. And so, this comes with the cases. It has a slot that holds it in place to be able to keep the case fresh and very dry inside. And you can tell this little window, they're orange, and when they turn clear, it says you reactivate by putting in the oven for 3 hours at 300 degrees. So really cool, reactivatable. And like I said, it fits right in here in the case, so it doesn't take up much space. Has a little bit of a hidey hole underneath that you could probably carve out even deeper if you wanted to, maybe put a spare key to your car or something in there if you don't want to lock yourself out while you're flying. A really great slot. Let me grab the radio here. So again, perfectly cut slot for the radio. Holds the radio just fine. Very securely, the way I'd want it to, up and down. No real play at all that way. 2 slots for batteries here, or accessories. You can see, obviously the size for the batteries. So all in all, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus you can put one in the Phantom for travel. So you'd have 6 batteries at 23 minutes apiece. So as far as a Phantom case goes, it's pretty great. Cut out here in the front for the extra props. And here's the cool part too. Well, let's talk about these. So it comes with these little clear I'm not really sure what they're made of, some kind of plastic pegs that's acrylic actually probably, that you can put in. That way you can actually store the Phantom with the prop still on, which is pretty convenient, because not that it's hard to take them on and off, but it's nice, especially if you're kind of being an adventurist, I guess, and kind of stopping off at places you may or may not be able to may or may not be able to really fly at, so to speak. It's nice to be able just to pull it out, set up, and fly. One of the coolest parts about this case is this section over here, and let me just give you a glimpse here. So right now I have my iPad in it, which I use to mount to the controller and use for the FPV and the video for the Phantom. So in the case, in a protective sleeve, you can see that you can take half of this fill out and you can slide that in there perfectly. So it fits it perfectly all in one, which I would say this case is actually better than the DJI branded one that DJI made for the Phantom 3, because you need a tablet or a phone to really operate this, period, because you need the app, and they don't include any way to hold your tablet in their hard case that you actually could buy from DJI, the backpack. So you know, props to Microraptor on, you know, some forward thinking on, hey, you know, you're gonna have to carry a tablet, you probably want a place to hold it. So, and the cool part is that it's completely a configurable thing. Like you can see there's some little slices here, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And when you get your case, you get a kit, and in the kit you actually get these separators, which will go and slide down into these if you decide to, which can give you 3 more additional big pockets. It can give you 1 small pocket and a couple big ones. You can divide it up. You really have complete customization of that side. And to me that was a really cool feature, because a lot of the cases you get, they're pre-cut completely. You're kind of stuck with what you have from the factory, and if you're like me and you're OCD, then you probably have a preconceived notion of what you want and what you don't want, and you know, maybe the cuts from the manufacturer don't really line up with that. So again, you can take the rest of this out. You can see it separates pretty easily, and you can take individual layers that's stacked in sections, so you can make them shallow or more deep as well. So a ton of options with it for this side as far as additional storage. But you can see, you know, I've managed to fit every single thing I need, from charger to batteries to the radio to I have USB cables, I have my lanyard, extra props, my iPad, everything inside this thing. Plenty of room for the absorbent piece to keep it all dry, and you know, once it's all shut, you know, you're good to go. I've been taking this around with me for, you know, ever since I got the Phantom 3, and it's been, you know, I've been throwing it in the car, threw it in the back seat, threw it in the trunk, threw it in the back of the truck. You know, absolutely been a great case, so I highly recommended. You know, as far as hard cases go, for $199, which I believe it's going for right now, you're not going to find a case like this anywhere else, not that I know of. You know, a lot of people like Pelican and some of the other big names in cases. This thing is every bit as tough as one of those. And like I said, I don't hesitate to put, you know, my full size, you know, Phantom 3 in there. So when you're looking for a mini quad case, and like I said, they make cases right now for several different ones. There's some more that are upcoming. I definitely would take a look, you know, at Microraptor, because you know, from a value standpoint and from a feature standpoint, you're not going to find a better case. Let's talk about the backpack for a second, because there's some really cool things about that as well. So, and again, the foam pieces are interchangeable too, between these two. Now this bag is sweet as well. I actually I'm probably going to end up converting this over eventually to carry, you know, probably 2 mini quads in my entire setup with me, almost like a crash pack. It's got you know, very military-esque features. It's got these 4 great clamps on the sides of it to keep it all locked down. You have this great pocket up front that has, you know, it's a little bit of height to it. It's a dome. The two handles are kind of tied together to give you a better grip. And then you have just pocket after pocket. You have these, you know, the big pocket, which we'll get to in a second, but you have this big pocket in the front with mesh inside to hold, you know, different things, dividers. You have all these little hooks in the front to hook on things or slide things in there, which is kind of cool. You have ones on the top, both sections, and these are both little sections on the inside we're going to get to. Let's flip it over this way, and you're going to see that, again, you have more little things to clip things to, again, in another pocket. One of the really cool features I liked of this bag when I first looked at it was that it had this really great shoulder strap, and I was like, you know, that's really great. You know, you can carry this around with a shoulder strap. It's pretty good. It's like a sideways one, so you can kind of carry it this way. But I'm like looking, and I'm like, you know, what if you really wanted to carry it like a backpack? Well, that, my friends, is probably the coolest part about this bag. So you can see the back of this is, you know, has a little bit of a pad on it and stuff. Well, if you unzip this piece here and pull out, boom, it actually pulls out into a full backpack with the chest strap, 2 hooks that go into the side down below, and now you have yourself a full carry-on your backpack right in the one pack. So really a 2-for-1 pack. The Phantom 3 one I'm looking at or showing you right now is $169.95. But I'm not sure what some of the other ones are for mini quads, but regardless of actual price, I think they're the same size, you know, backpack wise from what I've seen on the site. Definitely worth it. This thing is super tough. There's, you know, another handle on the end here, and then let's crack it open and let me show you what the inside looks like, because I think you'll be pretty impressed. I was. So again, big zippers, thick zippers all the way around. It goes open. Top comes open, and here's the inside. So same exact inside layout as the you know, as the other one. You know, charger. There's the space for the air freshener part of it, the dryer gel, place for the controller. You have, you know, spots for the pins, and you have the dividers here. So same, you know, foam idea. They do have a strap on across the top of this to keep, you know, keep the Phantom down. It's like leaning on your back, kind of bouncing around, which is nice. And then in the top, which I don't know if you can see this or not, but in the top there's zippered components up here too that actually are mesh covered, and they come stuffed with foam to keep the bag all nice and full. But obviously you can take the foam out and you're left with, you know, these 2 pockets on either side to store even more stuff at. So, you know, tons of storage, really nice material. And again, you know, this one's currently configured with foam in it for a Phantom 3, but I'm looking forward to, you know, eventually, if I don't carry the Phantom in this, which I have actually carried in it once. I actually used it to do some to get it in the woods with it, and actually worked out really nice. But if I don't, and I find myself using the hard case more, then I'm definitely going to try to turn this into a pretty sweet, just carry everything bag for all my mini stuff. And like I said, it's pretty ridiculously tough. I can't imagine this bag, you know, really suffering any damage as far as getting ripped or torn or anything like that. And so, you know, I think, you know, I definitely owe it to yourself. If you're looking for a hard case for your mini quad, or a Phantom 3 for that matter, or, you know, they carry ones for Phantoms, Irises, a bunch of different models. I think I even see some Blade ones on their website. You know, so check out their site. Again, it's microraptorcases.com. Really great people. I had an opportunity to talk to Daniel Rice, who's part of the company, and you know, really great guy to deal with. Very open, honest about the products. I'm more than happy to help you, you know, figure out what you need, what you want, how big their stuff is, you know, what, you know, and then shipping was awesome too, because the shipping, I believe, was included with the actual purchase of the bags, so, or the cases. So, you know, it's a pretty damn good deal, all things considered.